Today, we're going to be talking about how to get some offers. How many D1? How many D2? That's what everybody's asking nowadays. It's not where you going to college. How many offers you got? We're going to talk about how to get them. Stay tuned. Now, the first step in getting offers is to get what I just said out of your head. That is dumb. If you get one offer to go to Alabama, who cares if you got any other offer? You're gonna go to Alabama, you know? If you get one offer to go to your dream school, who cares about whatever else that you got? You're gonna go to your dream school, you know? So basically, you're working to get towards that one offer that you want, you know? And then everything else that comes along with it, you know, that's like your rebounds. I'm not saying that going to a different college besides your dream school is a rebound. I'm just saying, you know, there's different paths that everybody takes. And if you take a different path than what you originally thought, it could end up being better. You never know. All right, so what I'm gonna tell y'all, the hardest, let me start that over. What I'm gonna tell y'all is that the hardest thing to do in getting offers is getting the first one. Now, the first school that offered me was a D2 school. It's called Erskine. It's in, I think it's in South Carolina. They were the first people to have faith in me, which got everything else rolling, you know? Basically, whenever colleges are looking at a player, if they're not like the first one or the first 2-3 people to offer you, they're basically looking at how many other schools have offered you, you know? It's basically like a big game of copycat, you know? It's a business. So they're trying to compete with each other and win out kids that the other college want, you know? They're trying to be better than the other school, you know, the schools in their conference, schools in their area, you know, rivals, stuff like that. So if Michigan offers a kid, best believe that Ohio State's gonna offer him within the same day or the next day because they're trying to be better than them, you know? That's just how it is. So for me, here's how it personally went, and this won't happen for everybody. Some people, their first school that offers them is going to be a big D1 school just because of like connections that they have and stuff like that. So for me, the first offer was the D2 school, the one I just told you about, Erskine. Then the next one, these three were like within the same like 2-3 days. So it was Warner University, NAIA, Weber International, which is NAIA, and then St. Thomas in Florida, which is also NAIA. So all three of those were in Florida. Then after that, I went to a USF mega camp in Florida here. And I got my first Division I offer, which was from Marshall University. They're up in West Virginia. Then I think maybe the next day, I got one from Bowling Green. They're in Ohio. And then fast forward maybe like a week and a half, I'm in Georgia on vacation, and I get one from Stetson, and they're in Florida. All three of those are D1. And then just yesterday, I got another one from St. Anselm. They're a D2 school. I love that guy too. The head coach, he's an awesome guy. So basically that just goes to show you, you know, once I got the first offer going, then it gets going, you know, that it's just gonna, whenever you get your first one, decides on how many more that you get, because you want to get that one as early as possible so that it'll keep, you know, domino effect and have as much time as possible to, you know, generate and grow. So if you already have the first, great. Keep doing what you're doing. You're obviously doing something right. For those of y'all that do not have the first offer, I'm about to tell y'all, that's what you're here for, right? So number one thing is you see people, you know, like class of 2026, 2025, they're posting these offers, you know, they got South Carolina or like Clemson, and they're posting these offers. Don't get discouraged. That is extremely rare for that to happen. The only reason why you're seeing it is because like on Twitter or Instagram, it's getting like liked and upvoted a lot more than anything, and it's going to be recommended to you because you're also a football player, you know. um the reality is that, you know, 90%, I don't know if this is a true statistic, but like 90% of high school players will not get offers until, you know, like halfway through or towards the end of their senior season in high school. And then they, you know, make their decision in the late signing period of where they're going to commit to. So basically, I'm saying that y'all got time, right? Or it's not a rush, but that doesn't mean that you can just sit back and just chill out, because nothing's gonna happen then. So the first thing I want to talk to y'all about is going to mega camps. Mega camps is the absolute number one greatest thing that you can do to advertise yourself to recruiters. They do these in the summer. It's gonna be like all during June. I recommend that you and your family, or whoever you're going with, your coach or whatever, you know, I recommend you guys make it to as many as you physically can, because that is the greatest opportunity to get yourself noticed, get yourself an offer, a walk-on spot. You know, is fantastic. So if y'all don't know, basically what a mega camp is all of these schools in the whole country, you know, there'll probably be like 50 different schools, all come to one college, and they will like recruit players all at the same time in the same place. So it's just more efficient for them. So the ones that I went to last year, I went to one at Troy, I went to one at Mercer, I went to one at FSU, and I went to one at USF. That's 4, and that did me justice. I could have done more if I wanted to, though. If I wouldn't have gotten, you know, an offer at the USF one, I probably would have done more. Now, how to get noticed when you're at these camps. If you're sitting in the back of the line, like I see a lot of these kids sit in the back of the line, you're not doing yourself any good. You're not doing your coach good, or your parents good, or whoever brought you there, and you're not doing yourself good. Number one, you're at a camp to put that work in, to get better. You know, that's why you're there, so you can get coached by these college coaches. And then what comes along with that is, you know, advertising yourself to coaches. And that's the second reason why you need to not be sitting in the back of the line. If you're sitting in the back of the line, a coach will not look at you. That's just what it is. He's not going to look at you like, oh, that dude looks real good sitting in the back of the line. I think we should, you know, go up, talk to him. We could potentially offer him. That's not going to happen, you know. You need to be showcasing yourself as often as you can. So when I go, I'm cutting in line, you know, I'm butting my way to the front. You know, you gotta throw a few elbows, you know, don't fight nobody. If a kid's hell-bent on going in front of you, you know, let him go, but don't be a pushover, man. If you're a smaller person, it's gonna probably be more difficult just because people won't see you as, you know, threatening. But if you're balling out, they're gonna let you go. That's just how it is. And if you're a bigger person and you're not butting through people, what are you doing? You're like the BFE, man, big friendly, or BFG, big friendly giant. That's just stupid. You're just wasting money if you're sitting in the back of the line, man. Now, how do you get to the point where you can go in for all these reps and you're not tired? That comes in with preparation before the camps. You know, you can't just, like, while you're going to these camps, you're probably not going to be in summer conditioning for football. Normally they start, you know, towards the end of June, or, you know, after, when all these camps are. So you're not going to be conditioned like you're conditioned at football. So you need to be on your own. You need to be in your yard. You need to be in the gym. You need to look huge, and you need to be fast when you're at these camps. So basically putting that work in before you get there, so that you're already prepared for whatever they throw at you, because they're going to try to get you tired. So they see who is physically out of shape. You know, you can't play in college if you're out of shape. Obviously, they're going to whip you up in the greatest shape you've ever been in your life, but you need to be at a certain point so that they can show, so that you can show them that you're responsible and you can take care of stuff, you know? That just starts with, again, weightlifting, running in your yard. Just straight up running will do it for you, man. You know, body weight exercises, just get in shape, bro. You need to push yourself when you're tired so that you can do well in the camps. So once you're conditioned, everybody else is going to be tired. That's how it is at every single camp. Everybody's always running to the first of the line at the beginning of the camp. And, you know, 2-3 drills into it, they're done. They're dead. They're on the ground, man. Coaches are yelling at them because they're on the ground. That's pathetic, man. You need to be ready for these things. So just prepare yourself before. So during the camp and after the camp, in order to talk to coaches, what I do, you know, you need to make yourself like actually visible to them. You know, roll your sleeves up, man. If you got guns, show them. You know, sounds goofy, but wiping your face, so show them that you have good health and you care about your body. You know, show them you're swole. To show them who you are, man. That's what you're there for. You know, whenever you're done with the drill, normally all the coaches will be in the same spot, or if you're running to water, run in front of the coaches. You know, don't take the long way or don't take the normal way. Literally run in front of the coaches. You know, you might have to flex while you're running by them. I don't care, man. You need to show them who you are. Now, whenever you're going to introduce yourself to a coach, these coaches have seen so many people in the last few days, few weeks, they ain't gonna remember your name. One thing I see a lot of kids do, not a lot of kids, I've seen a few kids do it. They give out literally their business card to a coach. So if you have the means to make a business card and give it to them, you know, just have your phone number, your Twitter, you know, your height and your weight on there, and then your name. You can hand that out to coaches. And what high school do you go to? That's beautiful. That's perfect. Because you know they ain't gonna get but one of those at camp, and it'll be you. So they're on the way home, you know, riding in the Uber or whatever. Pull it out. Oh, I still got this card. All right, might as well look them up. You know, that's a great thing to do. So if you're not gonna do that and you're going to introduce yourself, you want to be like assertive. Obviously, look him in the eyes, man. Don't take up too much of his time. You know, you want to go to coaches before and be like, "Hey, coach, write my number down." But what I did, I was always like, "What's up, coach? I see you're from, you know, whatever school." Don't be like an idiot about it. Like, "Oh, I see you're from Alabama." Come on. Be like, you know, I seen the clothes you're repping. Say something like that, you know? And be like, you can, don't be like, you can. Be like, write my number down real quick. I'm 6'2", 225, and I'm a linebacker. You know, I'm a ball out today. Tell him straight up. That just shows that you're dominant, you're assertive. You know, don't pressure him to write your number down, but he'll see you later. He'll remember you. What you need to do to stand out at these camps. I don't got them in here anymore. I have these orange gloves. Helps you stand out. You know, don't wear plain stuff, but don't wear, you know, anything too crazy. Don't wear you know, like a pink headband and pink towel. Don't look stupid. But, you know, give yourself something that makes you a little bit different from everybody else, so that if a coach is looking at you and they're pointing at you, you know, you don't want to be identified by the number on the back of your shirt. You want to be like the dude in the orange gloves, or I don't know, the dude with the buzz cut. I'm not saying get a buzz cut, but, you know, just something that differentiates you from the other people. So then the last thing for the mega camps, after the camps, go around to the coaches that you were talking to throughout the camps. You want to continue to build a relationship. Just ask for their Twitter. Don't ask for their phone number. They're not going to give that out to anybody. If they liked you, they will give you their phone number. You know, have your phone with you. If your parents are holding your phone, if you had it in your bag the whole time, go get it and come back and talk to these coaches. That's pretty much it for the mega camp. Next thing that I want to talk about, which is absolutely huge, is getting a Twitter account. Everything recruiting in football is done through Twitter. That's where it all stems from until you get a coach's number or, a different type of contact to get through to them. That's where it's going to start. That's where you're going to be shooting out DMs, all that sort of stuff. About to give y'all the sauce. Listen, what I did, you can go on your phone, look up list of just look up list of all D1 colleges. Give you the list in alphabetical order. I think it's like the first or second link. You go through there, you look up, so for example, say the first one is University of Alabama. Look up Alabama, do Alabama coaching staff. Look that up. University of Alabama coaching staff. Give you all the coaches, and it'll give you like player personnel, director of recruiting, that sort of stuff. What I want you to do, for me, I'm a linebacker. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna follow the head coach. I'm gonna follow the defensive coordinator. I'm gonna follow the linebacker coach. I'll probably follow like the D-line coach because I played that last year, and then I'm gonna follow any assistant linebacker coaches, like GAs. And then if you play offense, follow the offensive coordinator, head coach, and then whoever your position coach is. The next, you're gonna scroll down. It's gonna be further down on the list. They'll have like the director of recruiting, and then they'll have, like the player personnel. Those are the guys that you want to talk to. They do a lot of recruiting. Obviously, the director of recruiting, but the player personnel does too. And then if you can find who your area recruiting coordinator is, it's going to be one of the coaches most of the time. You need to definitely follow them, even if they're not your position coach or whatever. You're going to now flip over to Twitter, and you're going to send each one of them a DM. You're going to put your height, your weight. You're going to put any accolades that you have, like first team all conference. If you play a different sport, be like track and field, state qualifier, something like that. If you have good stats, you could put that on there, like your, tackles for last season or your sacks, stuff like that. Then you're going to put your huddle link on there, which you should already have a highlight from last season. If you don't, go and make one, because that's what they're going to watch. Yeah, and then you can put, like your squat, bench, power clean, hang clean on there if you want to. If it's good, definitely put it on there. If it's so-so, probably don't put that on there. You need to get it up. Then you're going to go through a lot. I say like 75% of the big D1 college coaches, they're not going to have their DMs open, obviously. Like Lane Kiffin, the head coach of Ole Miss, he's not going to have his DMs open. So obviously you won't be able to send one to him, but send it to whoever you can, and then, yeah, basically go through every single college and do that. I did all of that. Every single college, I think it's like 350 or something. And then I went through and I did all of the D2 schools. And then I went back and did all the D1 schools again. You have to put yourself out there and advertise yourself. Otherwise, no one's going to see you. I think that's it for Twitter. Oh, almost forgot. If you hit some big weights, like I hit like I think it was 405 for 5 on squat. That ain't my max or nothing, but anything that looks good, put it on your Twitter, man, because coaches are gonna scroll through there. If you look ginormous in a pic, put it on your Twitter. Be like, ready for next season, you know, stuff like that. You know, get your parents or whoever you came with to record some of your reps at these camps that I talked about earlier. Put that on there. My next point, you need to be going hard in the weight room. By going hard, I don't mean deadlifting 580 pounds and hurting yourself potentially. That's dumb. You need to be smart about what you're doing. The main compound lifts that you need to be doing, compound just means basically like you're using your whole body to complete the lift, or multiple muscles. You need to be doing bench. You could throw people off you. You need to be doing squat. You know, your legs are strong underneath you. You could power out of them. You need to be doing power clean. That's a little bit of everything. Power clean is fantastic. That's the greatest thing ever. You need to, you know, that'll help you with tackling. That'll help you with, if you run the ball, you know, breaking tackles. It's in the name. You're gonna have power from doing it. Hang cleans, basically the same thing as a power clean. You can look up YouTube videos on how to do them and stuff. It's gonna be working the same type of stuff. It's just a different range of motion. You know, they're good to get in and out. To rather just switch in and out. You know, for like your dumbbell lifts and stuff like that, stuff that's not compounds, it's up to preference. But do enough weight where you're gonna get powerful while doing it, you know. If you're trying to put on muscle, that's a different type of thing than trying to put on, you know, like explosiveness. You can train them in the same workout, or you can split it up into separate workouts. It's just different goals. All right, so the last thing I want to talk about is keeping your GPA up. Legally, if you don't have over a 2.5, you cannot play college football. The Division I college football, I don't know if it's different for D2, D3, NAIA, all that stuff. I know in NAIA you need to have, I think it's also a 2.5 as well. That's what they said at Warner, their requirement was. So how do you keep your GPA up? First of all, if you're not in any honors or AP classes, just straight up getting good grades. If you get a C in every single one of your classes, then you're gonna have a 2.0 grade average, which that's not good enough. So like the easy classes that you have, you need to be getting an A. Don't slack off on them a little bit because they're easy and get a B, you know, get an A. That way it makes up for like a hard class, you know, like math or science or whatever you struggle in. You know, then it'll even out. You know, if you get an A and a C, it's gonna even out to a B. If you get an A and a B, it's gonna even out to an A. So it's always gonna round up. Colleges will ask for your transcript, your high school transcript. So you want to make sure you don't got no F's on there, man. No F's, no D's. That's an awful look. So I have a 5.3 GPA. And how did I get that? I'm in honors classes and I am in AP classes. AP is advanced placement, and you basically it's a college level class. You get college credits for being in it. I took human geography my freshman year, then psychology my sophomore year, and then last year I took U.S. history. Basically, if you're not trying to go too crazy, I would just take one every year because it is a pretty big workload. Now, if you're not going to take any of those, you need to be in honors classes. And if you are taking one, you're going to be in honors classes anyway. You need to talk to your guidance counselor or, you know, the teacher that has to sign off on whatever class you sign up for. You need to be trying to get into some honors classes. Because whenever you're in honor, it's basically the same stuff as a normal class. You know, they're teaching you the same thing, man. The only thing that would be different, I would say, is a math class. Those are, it's visible. You can see the difference in the difficulty level and the, the speed that they go. So if you're not real comfortable in math, you don't need to be pushing it, and then you end up getting an F. You'll be fine in just a normal math class. So stuff like English especially, it's going to be the same thing as your normal level class between your honors and your regular. So you need to be trying to get into honors because they're going to give you more points. So a C in an honors class equates to a B in a regular class, and then you get a B in an honors class, that's like an A. So, and then if you get an A, that's even better, man. So for AP classes, I don't know what the translation is, but I know you're gonna get a lot of points if you get especially a B and an A. It's gonna boost your GPA super high. Again, anything over 2.5 can get in there, but they're not looking for dummies unless you're a crazy athlete, unless you're really good at football. I would say just for a baseline, you need to try to have like over a 3.2 GPA. Obviously, if you can get it way higher than that, get it way higher than that. Having a 5.3 GPA for me, that has opened up a whole other side of college with Ivy League, Pioneer League, stuff like that. It just gives you a whole bunch more opportunity, man. You don't want to limit yourself and cut yourself off just because you were dumb, your freshman, sophomore year, and now you're trying to catch up and get these credits. And if you're already in that position, you got some work to do. You might need to be taking 2 AP classes, get that boosted back up. I hope that helped you out today. If there's any questions, you can put it in the comments, or DM me on Instagram or Twitter. It's ELIHISCOCK on both of them. I'd love to help. I just figured I'd put this out here. I've seen a few videos on YouTube like this, but none of them were super real, or they were outdated and stuff like that. So just to go back over it, the first thing is the mega camps. You need to be going to them. Second thing is Twitter. You need to get an account and you need to be monitoring it. You could base it off of somebody else's Twitter. You don't have to go into it blind. You need an example. So just look at other people's accounts and stuff. The third thing was, what was the third thing? Hold on, let me look. All right, yeah, that's what I thought it was. Third thing is the weight room. You gotta look good. You gotta look like you play in college already. If you look like you belong there, then chances are you belong there. It's also just gonna boost your performance on the field. Like, great example, Saquon Barkley. You see how dang big his legs are? You see how dang good he is? Adds up. Last thing again was the GPA. Don't put yourself in a bad position at the end of the season. There's coaches that are borderline on offering you already, and then you got a dookie GPA. You ain't gonna get the offer. You're gonna end up having to go lower, go D3, walk on, NAIA, stuff like that. You don't want to limit yourself and knock yourself down for being stupid earlier in the year or earlier the year before. Talk to your guidance counselor. They'll get you helped out with that stuff. Make sure you get your credits done in case you want to graduate early. That's my plan, is to graduate early. Yeah, so next video I'll probably do, I ain't gonna do a next video, but a few months, probably in say like December or January, I'm gonna be putting out a video about the commitment process. So that's the next step. I wish y'all good luck in your season. If you play football, if you're just watching me because you're my friend or whatever, what's up, guys? Like my hat. If you're new, hope I helped you out. You don't gotta subscribe or none of that. I don't really care about that. I'm just trying to help as many people as I can. So, yeah. My dad's calling me. I'll see y'all later.